All right, so yesterday we saw Adidas absolutely shock the entire sneaker world with this mega blowout Yeezy deal where we saw select styles go on sale for up to 70% off. So let's just say people feasted on these deals, which honestly felt like once in a lifetime savings. So with all of that being said, we know Adidas is still sitting on roughly over $150 million worth of unsold Yeezys. And with this crazy deal going on right now, where does Adidas take things from here? Plus a very concerning update for Jordan brand fans, as some interesting details have been discovered for a very popular upcoming release. And let's just say it feels like Nike and Jordan brand are really trying to stick it to us. So stay tuned, we got all that plus more. But to kick things off, we're gonna start with Anthony Edwards, where yesterday this young man celebrated his birthday, turning just the young age of 23 years old, which is absolutely mind-blowing to think of all of the milestones that this brother has accomplished at just that young age. Now, in honor of his birthday, Adidas did release the latest colorway of the AE1 Low, which is called Mural. And honestly, I would have to say that it feels like this release was definitely overshadowed by this big Yeezy sale. So I don't know who at Adidas thought it was a great idea to overshadow the release of one of their marquee signees right now. So I was actually contemplating picking these joints up, which it looks like are currently still available in just about a full size run. But honestly, due to the fact that I got the OG with Love colorway, which kind of feels like a reverse colorway of these, but of course these are low top, but I still decided to just pass up on these. But let me know if any of you guys went for these joints right here. Now, we also saw a restock go down via the Confirmed app, a Fear of God Athletics restock, which if any of you guys still care about these, it looks like these slides, which it honestly felt like these loaded up, sold out when it went down to last Saturday's drop, but it looks like we now have a full size run, so mysteriously a pair which is a restock from a previous drop which was completely sold out. Now Adidas out of the blue just has a full size run available of these $100 Fear of God Adelaide slides. And then from Nike, we saw a big release. It looks like they had a nice selection of pairs scheduled for release today, with probably the biggest of all of the releases in these Kobe 4 Protor Olympics, which we saw kick off things at 10 a.m. Eastern via the Sneakers app. So of course this is really popular right now with Nike, or I should say the Lakers, unveiling this new Kobe Bryant GG statue. We just saw the Girl Dad Kobe 4's restock. Now we got these, and apparently Nike has some more surprises up their sleeves for the late Kobe Bryant. And then we also saw Nike release the collaboration with their skateboards. It's the Ultra Humanized Dunk Low. And while I always like to kind of hate on the Dunk Low, as I feel like they kind of been like overhyped over the last few years or so here in the sneaker world, I would have to say that these are definitely one of my favorite dunks that have released as so far this year, just as far as like the whole design and everything. Apparently the co-founder of their skateboards, this is one of his graphic designs that they kind of added in with this furry gray type of suede. So nice release right here, like the green swoosh on here. And then we also saw Nike hit us with a whole bunch of different runners with the Shox R4, which honestly, when it comes to the Shox, these originally dropped back in like the early 2000s, and I would have to say with that recent Martine Rose collaboration that we saw Kendrick Lamar actually rocking recently, I would say it's bringing kind of like a newfound attention to the Nike Shox, more in like the fashion forward crowd. So I see a lot of people kind of paying attention to these releases, which was a woman's exclusive drop, and apparently all of the bigger sizes of this racer blue colorway did sell out. We also saw Nike drop the crimson red colorway of this limited drop for the Vomero 5, and then the Nike Air Max Thunder, which I honestly would say has been kind of like a failed experiment. We saw the first yellow colorway drop, and now we have this like lime green highlighter pink colorway drop, which again, it seems like Nike's trying to take advantage of that kind of Y2K aesthetic, which has seen a big resurgence as of lately, but it really feels like people just honestly don't care about these. Now, as far as yesterday's crazy Adidas Yeezy sale, which honestly felt like one of the coolest moments that we've seen here in sneakers in a while, even though I didn't pick up anything, I thought it was absolutely crazy to see that everybody was able to take advantage of these deals, which honestly felt like once in a lifetime savings. Now, unfortunately, I do want to say that this deal was exclusive to just North America, as I saw a lot of my bros from the EU and UK upset that they weren't able to take advantage of these deals, which absolutely makes no sense sense to me, given that there's a very strong interest for Yeezys over there, as well as internationally, as Yeezy is a very popular brand worldwide. So that made absolutely no sense for me. Now, if you're here in the States and you missed out on yesterday's deal, while most of this stuff sold out with these crazy steals, there is a decent selection of pairs still available. Now, I do want to say I do feel really bad for people that paid full price for some of these pairs just for Adidas to discount them just a few days later. So can you imagine if you paid full price for the 950 boot, which has just been sitting at that full retail price of $600, only for Adidas to take 70% off, bringing them joints to 180 bucks? It felt like that deal was just too good that honestly it felt like Adidas maybe just removed that pair from the app, as it seemed like there was a full size run available. People were eating these joints up, and then out of nowhere them joints were completely gone. Now, speaking of the pairs that are still currently sitting, Adidas actually did decide to shock everybody. I actually had no clue about this. I missed this yesterday, but salute to my man 8TV from Discord. We actually had a unreleased brand new Yeezy colorway debut with that huge crazy deal. So we saw the 450 Stone Marine is what they're calling these. If you guys missed out on these, it's because these are simply just another slightly different variation of another gray 450. But this is a unreleased colorway, never dropped to this day. Adidas actually dropped these brand new with that huge crazy deal, so you guys can grab this unreleased colorway for just $63 right now via the Adidas app. So that's absolutely mind-blowing to me as well. Now, on top of all of these crazy steals, we know that Adidas did recently mention that they are still sitting on over $150 million worth of unsold pairs, which they plan to release throughout the duration of 2024. Now, with this huge deal that just feels like it came out of the blue yesterday, do you guys feel like that plan has maybe changed and Adidas executives decided to just unload all of these pairs with this crazy deal? Or do you feel like potentially later on this year we'll maybe see another big Yeezy drop to maybe boost up those end of year numbers? It's also important to note that last year for the fourth quarter, Adidas did not drop any Yeezys as they delayed that release for 2024. So maybe Adidas will just have these sales go on for Q3, and since they're not competing against Yeezy's Q4 numbers from last year, maybe this is it for Adidas Yeezy releases. So we'll continue to monitor, see how all of this plays out, and if you guys missed out on any of these Yeezy deals from yesterday, you may not want to miss out, as it looks like these savings are still available right now as we speak. And from Jordan Brand, and some interesting details, or I guess I should say some concerning details, have been discovered by everybody's favorite sneaker leaker Brandon from over on X and Twitter. So he discovered that the upcoming Jordan 4 White Cement, which is probably one of 2025's most popular upcoming releases, will retail for $225, which is a $10 increase over this year's price, which retails at $215. So that's absolutely crazy if you ask me, because as an OG, which my first pair of Jordan 4s I remember copping back in 2006 at the time. I was working at Champ Sports, and I remember picking up those Jordan 4 military blues for just 115 bucks. Now, before I get flamed in the comments, yes, do your research. Back in 2006, Jordan 4s were retailing at just $115. So if you ask me, this is pretty concerning, because when we got the news that Jordan Brand was going to be dropping those bread Jordan 1 high 85s for $250 next year, I saw everybody absolutely pissed off, like outraged. How dare they drop a pair of Jordan 1s for $250? But now that we got the news that these are dropping for $225, I don't hear one peep out of everybody. And I feel like Jordan Brand just doing these slight price increases every year is absolutely killing us as a consumer, because how can you increase the price of a sneaker by almost double the price in less than 20 years? Remember, in 2006, these were retailing at 115 bucks, and then next year, less than 20 years after that release, these are going to be retailing for $225. And he also said this is going to be the new standard for Jordan retros moving forward. So with me, and we just had this huge major Yeezy sale, I mean, I have almost a hard time paying resale for sneakers, but I'm almost having a hard time paying full retail prices for shoes, especially when they're upping the prices slowly every year. So I don't know how you guys feel about this. Are you upset about this price increase? Do you feel like it's minimal? Well, it's just a $10 increase from last year. Just think about it. Next year, they're going to drop 10. Next year, 10 each year. By the time you know it, these are going to be retailing at $300, which is just a little bit too crazy for a pair of Jordan 4s, which people already say is lacking in quality. So let me know if you guys are excited about next year's upcoming Jordan releases. What do you guys think about this price increase? And are you guys going to be grabbing these new Stone Marines, which are the unreleased Yeezy that absolutely nobody asked for? Drop all your feedback down below. If you guys enjoyed today's update, please help support the channel by hitting that thumbs up button down below. So I'm JA. We're going to wrap things up here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And then in the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.